Hey Watchers, this is Danni Danger, and welcome to Alias Investigations. Alias is part of Marvel's Max series, which is a series intended for adults. As such, some graphic language and images may follow. Prepare yourselves. Meet Jessica Jones, former superhero who has hung up the cape and opened a detective agency in New York City. Her life's a little bit of a mess. She spends her days following around cheating husbands and wives, and she's living on ramen noodles. So to say that she's a little jaded with the superhero lifestyle would be an understatement. Our story starts out innocently enough. Jessica is hired by a woman to find her estranged sister, just to make sure that the sister is all right. However, when Jessica tracks down the woman, she accidentally films the unmasking of one of the Marvel Universe's biggest superheroes. So she's sitting on this person's secret identity and has no idea what to do with it. Jessica is determined to get down to the bottom of this mystery, and in doing so, she actually unearths something very, very rotten at the base of the current presidential race. This story kicks off a series of issues about Jessica's various different cases, all of which seem to bring her very oddly close to the superhero community that she is trying so hard not to be part of. During these stories, you get to see how Jessica's cases affect her, sometimes in very vivid and deeply disturbing images, flashbacks from her past and tragedies that she's gone through. Because she's no longer a superhero and made the choice to not be one, Jessica has very unique relationships with both the superhuman community, villains, as well as the local police and civilians. It's a really unique perspective on a superhero in the Marvel Universe. This story is also cool because you get a very unique perspective on some of our favorite Marvel characters. Luke Cage, Jessica Drew as Spider-Woman, an unmasked Matt Murdock, and an unpantsed Ant-Man. Not Pym, the other one. I really like Jessica's character. She's a really unique perspective on a hero. She's got superpowers, but she has no desire to go out and just like smash in the name of justice. That's not really her thing. She's incredibly powerful, but she's barely holding it together most of the time. You can really relate to it because we've all sort of had that time where we're barely holding it together. She's also scathingly sarcastic, which I find downright lovable. Alias is nothing short of a magnificent creation. The writing and the artwork go so well together. It is wonderfully written by Brian Michael Bendis, who I think is writing a gazillion different Marvel titles right now. This work stands out to me because of its freedom to be obscene. I mean, the series starts off with the F word, and there are going to be several moments where you're thinking to yourself, is Michael Gaydos allowed to draw them doing that? I can't talk about Alias without mentioning the beautiful cover artwork by David Mack. He's got this thing that he does. He's got this thing that he does with the watercolors. It looks... My English teacher would be so ashamed of me right now. So ashamed. It's gorgeous, it's pretty, I like it. I also really like the use of very creative paneling in this particular series. It takes a little bit to get used to. When you first pick up the book, keep an open mind about where your panel's gonna go next. It'll make it a lot easier to read the first time around. Alias is a 28-issue series. It's been collected into 2 graphic novels, although both are out of print. You can pick it up in the back issues, or you can just demand more reprints from Marvel. If you enjoyed Alias, there's also a more PG-13 continuance of the Jessica Jones story in The Pulse, which is actually about her being hired by the Daily Bugle to write pro-superhero articles. No joke. I can't make this up. You can also check out the Marvel one-shot, What If Jessica Jones Joined the Avengers, where Brian Michael Bendis and Michael Gaydos actually team up again to tell that story. Well, folks, thanks for tuning in. Another special thanks goes out to Austin Books and Comics for letting us shoot in their store. Make sure to like this, share it with your friends, and please make sure to subscribe to the videos. A special thanks goes out to all of our new subscribers. Welcome to the family. Also, another special thanks goes out to my new followers on Twitter. For those of you who are not following me yet, it's at Danni Danger. So folks, I would like to know what you would do if you accidentally stumbled across someone's secret identity. One of the major superheroes just took off his mask and you know who he or she is. What do you do? I think that I would be that really creepy person who just ends up stalking said superhero. Like, oh, is that Peter Parker? His window's open. Is he wearing a shirt? God, I'm creepy. It is Juanjo Guarnido's stylization of this particular story that really just drops my jaw every time. Mistress of Magic and Justice Leaguer Zatanna Zatara wakes up in the middle of the night from a premonition that inspires her to get Wonder Woman and Batgirl Barbara Gordon out for a night of painting the town red.